Hey guys, I am Matt Isley, and welcome back to another PC Free Media exclusive interview for Hockey Talk. Today I'm joined by former ECHL Tulsa Oilers forward and former Notre Dame college hockey player Solag Bakich. Some of his career highlights include 66 games played, 15 goals scored, 20 assists, which brought his point total to 35 points during the 2024-25 season. So, welcome to Surf Internet Studios.
Thank you for having me, Matthew. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, it's great to be back with you. So, yeah, let's get started.
Let's do it.
All right. First one, how did you first get interested in hockey?
Oh, that's a great question. So I have an older brother. His name is Boomer, and he's 15 months older than I am. So growing up, my mom would sign us up for pretty much every single sport, and we loved them all. But when we were little, my mom said that after we played hockey, it was the only sport where we came back and were tired and went right to sleep, which gave her a little bit of breathing room as opposed to us just running around the house all day. So I guess that's kind of how I started playing hockey. And then, I started to appreciate the nature of the game and the blue collar tenacity and the sacrifice and the camaraderie and the teamwork. And then I started to really develop. And at that point, I just loved it and stuck with it ever since.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. All right, next one. What all colleges did you consider?
I didn't really consider many others. I loved Notre Dame my whole life. It's where both my parents went to college. So it was my dream since I was a little kid to go to Notre Dame. And once I started playing hockey, it was my dream to play college hockey at Notre Dame. So I was really determined, and I kept my focus and my goals on going to Notre Dame.
Yeah, that is very interesting. I like that. So the next one is, why did you pick Notre Dame, and what makes it unique and special about it?
Notre Dame is the most special place on earth, in my opinion. I think you'll agree with me. It's really just filled with special people and a lot of tradition from the early days in the 1800s with Father Moreau. And, even to today, it's a beautiful campus with a lot of culture, a lot of tradition rooted in Catholic faith. And you can feel that when you're walking around campus. Like I said, a lot of special people, the students. I had some amazing professors, and everything at Notre Dame is first class. Everybody takes ownership in the university, from the students to the professors to the employees to the ushers. Everybody takes their own personal pride in giving everything they can to making Notre Dame as special as possible. So there's certainly a lot of reasons. I would say number one would be the kind of people, because without the people, nothing else really matters. So I think the special priests and professors and coaches and students over the years have made Notre Dame so special.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. What is your favorite memory?
My favorite
playing hockey at Notre Dame.
From hockey?
Yeah.
I would have to say my junior year on senior night when we beat Michigan at home, when they were number 2 in the country, and came down to the wire, and it was a 2-1 game, and we were having a really good year, and we hadn't lost to Michigan all year, so we swept them. We went 4-0, and that was one of their best teams in recent memory. They had a lot of NHL draft picks on that team, and we finished the season off strong at home and wearing the green jerseys and going 4-0 against Michigan on the year. That's probably my favorite memory.
Yeah, that is awesome. What is it like playing in the ECHL for the Tulsa Oilers? Can you talk about a little bit about your experience? What was it like?
I love Tulsa. First of all, it's not very far from Dallas, which is home for me. It's only a few hours drive. But I would say, similar to what made Notre Dame special, I think what made Tulsa special was the people. I had great coaches, Rob Murray and Scott Dutart. And then I had some great teammates, created some really good friendships. And that makes it that makes it really special to show up to work every day and, get to play the sport you love with people that you enjoy spending time with. I think that's kind of, the recipe to having success and enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah, that is awesome. I like that. So yeah. What is your favorite hockey memory from the ECHL?
It would probably have to be my first season after I left Notre Dame and we were in the playoffs. And it was the first game of the playoffs, and I had a good game, and we won the game, and it was just really exciting, kind of being in my first best of 7 playoff series, and that kind of competition is pretty exciting. So to be able to win game 1 and kind of start my playoff journey professionally was a pretty special moment. So I would say probably that.
Yeah, that is awesome. I like that. All right, next one. So I know you play the guitar. Who is your favorite music band and why?
Ooh, my favorite music band. I have so many, Matthew, so many. But let's see, a couple. I would say I grew up listening to Coldplay and U2, and then I started to really branch out with my rock and roll taste. And I listen to a lot of Iron Maiden, a lot of Blue Oyster Cult. I love Rush. I saw Rush live in concert, which is a great Canadian band. So I love a lot of great rock bands, but I would say probably Iron Maiden is kind of my go-to if I need to get pumped up.
I figured that's really amazing. My favorite one I would have to say is AC/DC. It's a really good It's a really good band. They're an Australian hard rock band from Australia. But yeah,
I have heard of them. They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're really amazing. So yeah. All right, next one. Living in South Bend at Notre Dame, likely you visited Chicago. Personally, I love visiting Chicago, and I love going to White Sox games. So what is your favorite thing to do in Chicago?
Oh, that's a great question, Matthew. I can't believe you're a White Sox fan. You don't like the Cubs?
I'm a little bit of a Cubs fan, but not as much I used to.
Gotcha. I think my favorite thing to do in Chicago would be to go to a Blackhawks game and watch my good buddy Landon Slaggert play.
Yeah, that is awesome. I like seeing Landon play. That is pretty amazing. So, yeah. All right, Solag, now that you retired from hockey, what's next? What are your future plans?
That's a really good question too, Matthew, and I'll let you know once I have that all figured out. But my plans are to get a good job and then have a family, and those are kind of the two general plans that I have for the future. So I'm working on making that a reality, and once it happens, I'll let you know.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you, Solag, for joining me in this fantastic interview. I wish you nothing but the best in all future plans, and I really enjoyed following your career.
Well, I appreciate having you along for the ride, and I know all the boys loved it when you came to Fort Wayne and did the starting lineup for the team, because that helped us get the win that day. So I appreciate you, Matthew, and I look forward to seeing you in the near future.
You too, Solag. For PC Free Media and this special episode of Hockey Talk, I'm Matt Isley, and we'll see you next time.